Renata Tolson, Interpreting and Translating Services Manager at Nottingham University Hospitals NHS Trust. Nottingham University Hospitals NHS Trust, like many other trusts and other public organisations, are looking for the most economical language solutions. We require face-to-face interpreting, we require telephone interpreting, we require as well written translation, and maybe on occasions some sort of interpreting liaison between patients, community and doctors. The biggest challenges we have is obviously quality of the interpreters and quality of the projects that companies are providing to us, and also the cost of the interpreting services. Bigword came to the table with a ready system. They have very good booking system, and their management information is also of a very high standards. Bigword from the very beginning had a very high standard of the security of their system. This was one of the strongest points they represented when they won the contract at the first time. That helps us because we have confidence that no patient and no interpreted data will be released. In Nottingham University Hospital NHS Trust, it is an acute trust. It is the biggest trauma centre and the biggest emergency department in the western part of Europe. And therefore there's a lot of very acute and sudden cases. Very often we need an interpreter, face-to-face interpreter, because patient is not in the state to speak over the phone immediately. We need to support over 50 languages in this trust. That means to be able to find qualified interpreters and translators for all those languages. They recognize that community interpreting is a little bit different type of the service and the beast that has to be tackled a bit differently, and therefore listened to our ideas of how we can make it better. Not having enough notice is quite a big challenge for acute trust. Bigword is doing quite well. The fulfilling rates are higher than the other providers. The other requirement, which is extremely important and maybe not that well understood by clinical staff or bookers, is the level of interpreting support and interference that they require. Very often they are going for face-to-face interpreter, which is the most expensive element, instead of telephone interpreting. Bigword helped us immensely to promote telephone interpreting, and we had in some areas in our trust quite good successes. GMS system is easy to use. We can use it 24/7, and therefore you can book interpreter whenever you wish. The response and confirmation is almost immediate that the booking has been received, and very often within a couple of hours we have confirmation of the interpreter that has been assigned to the booking. That's a very good and efficient tool, and from that point of view I think Bigword managed to meet our requirements perfectly. The feature I like the most about the Bigword is the availability 24/7. And the reason for that is being that we are in the business of working around the clock.